Hey everybody, and welcome to another video on this channel. Sorry for the long time absence. We couldn't get a video out, but finally we're here, and we are here in Karma Chalets, a resort near Gurgaon. And this place is very good for wildlife. For one, you have a farm, and two, there is a nature trail on the. And now we are at the farm. We are at the farm, and we're going to be seeing some animals, and our spotlight will be on the goats. There are cows and everything here as well, but our spotlight will be on goats. We've also seen a nilgai, and maybe tomorrow we will go to see some nature. This is also the first video of season 8, so we hope we have a good season 8 ahead, and let's get on with the Karma Chalets experience. While walking, we saw a nilgai far in the distance. They are known to be around the property, and we were extremely happy to see one. Also, we saw parrots flying in the air. At the farm, the first thing we did was to feed the goats. Now, I want to focus a bit on goats here, as this is probably the first time I have featured them on the channel. These creatures can be in many colors, as you can see here: black, white, and brown, along with a mix of both cows among them, as you can see. In India, they are mostly used for domestic purposes and are basically have the same duty as cows. Goat's milk is also used when one is sick. Apart from the domestic goats, there are also many other types of goats, most of which mountain goats. Examples: the Ghoral or the Urial. And here I was feeding them some grass, and they were are in fact climbing up onto the fence to fetch it from my hands. There was also a little lamb who was brought outside for us to feed. He was very little. They have very long necks and are indeed very bony. And as I'm going over to feed some goats on the other side, there are some goats which are following me. Who just can't get enough of their share. They also have teeth very similar to the horse, but of course have the smaller stature. And yeah, they can bite your finger off if you do get too close. Because of their physique, goats are the only animals which can climb trees regularly to eat. Yes, you heard me right. They climb trees to eat the leaves. And here we are feeding that baby lamb. Red wattle lapwings were also aplenty and were flying around making a whole lot of noise. We now head over to the cow enclosure to feed the cows. But over here we are hardly able to feed too many cows, as there is one big male who keeps wanting for food, shooing all the other cows away and not giving them food, wanting to eat all of it himself. Again, you can see many color ranges as like black, brown, and white right here, along with a few calves who are also patiently waiting for their turn, which probably will never come because of this black male. Tell you what, if these creatures get into a fight, you want to be nowhere near, as it can cause destruction. And there is also bee farming here, though that happens in the day, so these bees right now are very timid, and you are able to get close to them. They go collect honey, bring it back here, and make their hive. There are a lot of bees in and around the bee farming. This little fella is very bony on the touch, though he really loves being petted. As we moved on, we found probably one of the smallest kittens ever. You can't. When I first looked at it, I didn't even think it was a kitten. But with it continuously meowing, it was obviously a kitten. Very small, a month old, but happy as ever to roam around and do its thing. It will obviously grow bigger in the coming months. And here there are ducks and rabbits in this enclosure. The two ducks have drinking water and are having a little conversation, while there are rabbits here who are simply chilling and doing their own thing. Again, you can see the color ranges in these creatures, as more parrots can be found here flying around. And here there was a jungle babbler within the trees. The next morning we went for a nature walk, and as it had rained considerably the previous night, earthworms were up and about, sprawling over the path outside our room. And there were so many peacocks, but unfortunately the area where they were in we could not go to. But we managed to catch a glimpse of one from the outside, sitting atop a perch like a king, and obviously he trumpeting once in a while. You could also see a purple sunbird in the flowers here. We are sipping nectar early in the morning. And here there is a bulbul who is walking around. And as we got to one of the lakes accompanying the golf course, in that we could see that there are many fish, big fish, and they were in a bit of a tussle, crowded together. And probably one of the best sightings, we found a fox on the pathway, and it simply strolled into the forest, giving good photo opportunities. Then we found a bee eater which was sitting on the wire. We then found this greater cuckoo who flew onto a tree and sat there. And then we found a hoopoe. This is a rather rare bird to see here, so we were surprised to see it feeding. And then the lapwings was sitting on the golf course. It was fun. Right guys, so hope you enjoyed this video, and bye bye, and thank you for your time.